have you ever thought to yourself, man, I like Yakuza, but I wish it was more anime? Well, I've got good news for you, because you're about to watch an LP of Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. Now, it pretty much is a Yakuza game. It's based on the same system they use in Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza 0, but it's got this nice Fist of the North Star wrapping around it, which I find rather delightful. And of course, this being Fist of the North Star, we are absolutely not lowering the volume of bloodshed. The game doesn't waste much time and throws us right into it, aside from detecting, some save data and giving us a goodie.
I'm gonna kill you! Die!
Shin, I am coming for you now.
The game does have the option of Japanese voices, and in fact Kenshiro is voiced by Kiryu from the Yakuza series, but I like the English voices.
You'll regret disobeying us.
And of course, no series would be complete without a tutorial. This is a pretty basic combat tutorial. There is more to it that it will gradually tell us, but for now the big thing to know is how your rush combos work. Press the square button, you do damage. That's the gist of it. There's also finishing blows, which depending on how many hits in the rush combo you've done, will change your finishing blow. Some of these rush combos can be more useful if you are trying to knock enemies away or hit multiples, things of that nature. Guarding is handy. You can't do it if you are in the middle of a combo, but you can do it if you are in the middle of getting hit. So if you start getting punched in the face, do that. Of course, if you're feeling tricksy, you can always quick step attacks as well, but that's more difficult. Just because, sometimes you can't see the attacks coming. Regardless, quick step is a very valuable move in your repertoire. And of course, take too many hits, your health bar goes away, you die. That's about it. There is a mechanic that will be explained in the next room. You'll notice some of these enemies have that little skull next to their health bars. That is their stamina gauge, for lack of a better word. And it doesn't mean anything right now, but it will mean something very soon, and it's something amazing. As for if you are not at all familiar with Fist of the North Star, well, this guy right here is Kenshiro. He is the successor of the Hokuto Shinken assassination style, which means he hits people's pressure points and then they explode violently. It's magical kung fu, don't ask. There is a leveling system. Our first one is on rails, but it does unlock what we'll be using in the next room. There are 4 areas, skills, skill, body, and technique, something like that. Our first one here will be unlocking the Hokuto 100 Fist Rush, or as you may have heard it elsewhere, the 100 Crack Fists of the North Star. You'll be getting a lot of unlocks throughout the game. You can't actually unlock everything until a New Game Plus, though. I don't know. It's okay. This game's great, though. That guy right there is Shin. He is the major antagonist of the first arc, the first big arc of the story. And here's where we talk about that skull. See, Kenshiro has all these amazing secret techniques, and the only way to use them is to strike these hidden channeling points. Once an enemy's hidden channeling point has been struck, you can unleash one of your secret techniques, based on what part of the Rosh combo you are currently on.
Stone Mountain splitting
Stunning slash!
Expect to see a lot of these because they are amazingly fun, and I love them.
Phantom channeling point.
Why?
There is a QTE aspect to them, which I won't always get right. But if I do get it right, then instead at the bottom where you see the technique name, you will see it in gold instead of in blue.
Old Soul, 100 Fist Rush!
You're already dead.
And of course, sometimes Kintro can just flex and, you know, tear his shirt off. As you do.
Octo! Crucifying strike!
If you're wondering about where this game falls in terms of continuity, I mean, it happens after Kintro fights Shin, but it doesn't really fall anywhere else aside from that. It's kind of in its own continuity. But Kintro will fight some major enemies from the series and some new guys for this game. It's really neat. I have played through this game 3 times, and I'm actually kind of excited to get back to it, despite having played it pretty exhaustively over the Christmas break. So, I hope you will enjoy this trip with me. This was actually my first Yakuza game, and I'm excited to play it. It's a weird intersection of 2 properties that I've always been kind of interested in. I've never followed enough Fist of the North Star, and I've always been kind of curious about Yakuza. So this was an excellent starting point.
Phantom channeling point.
As far as completion, well, this is a Yakuza game. There's a lot of side stories, there's a lot of extra stuff to be doing, My intention is to do all of them, so help to bear with me while I do it. It's a real fun game, I love this.
Octo! Fist of Penitence!
You've got 3 seconds left.
Let me go! Steel shredding clench!
Shin, I've come for you.
Kenshiro, you have come quite a ways.
I want you to let Yuria go.
Let her go? Have you forgotten, Kenshiro? Let me remind you. Yuria belongs to me. Her life is mine alone. Is it all coming back to you now? The day that I proved that I was your better. I left you broken, beaten, pitiful, and squirming on the ground. You couldn't muster up the power to match me, and you couldn't even protect your dear fiancé. You lost to me, all because you were blinded by your naivete. I scarred your body, but you must remember why I spared your life. You live for one reason alone, because Yuria screamed for you. She swore that she would be mine if I spared you. And so you survived, disgraced and defeated. You can run if you wish to. I'll let you go as one last mercy to the man I cast into hell.
Is that all you have left to say?
What?
I clawed my way out of hell to kill you once and for all.
So you've only come to fail once more. You are a fool. So you have improved somewhat. Well then, let's see you dodge when I fight at my full strength. This time, you die! You're no match for me.
So, this is our first big-time boss fight, and this is where I think the game really shines, is these one-on-one fights versus, well, enemies that are on your level. Shin here, as was mentioned, is the reason that Kenshiro has 7 scars on his chest. And I won't get into that, but I think it's pretty cool. As has been mentioned, Kenshiro is a successor of Hokuto. Well, Shin here is a successor of Nanto, Hokuto being the North Star and Nanto being the South Star. While Hokuto has one successor, or one major style, Nanto has about 108 styles, and Shin knows one of them. I'm sure the others will certainly not come up at any point in the game. Of course, there is this giant rumor about, if Hokuto and Nanto come into conflict, then the world is doomed, but I'm sure it's nothing.
Clearly stronger. You could never match my power!
Once the enemies hit about half health, they get their own glowing aura and they become more difficult, develop more moves. But you know what? As it turns out, I'm still good at this game, even though it's been like 3 months.
4.
Don't bother struggling.
Hokuto, Bone Crusher, strike!
The game leads us pretty firmly into the cutscene zone after this, until the end of the video. But I'm going to go ahead and tap out here, but I do really hope you join me for the next video, because like I said, I really enjoy this game, and I'm excited to show it off.
Tell me where Yuria is.
All I wanted was to see her smile. All I did was for her sake. My mighty army. My grand city. I only wanted to bring her joy, to give her happiness. But still, nothing was ever enough. Yuria only had room for one man in her heart. You were always there. You're the one she had been waiting for. Now, Yuria's gone. Forever lost to us.
What?
None of it was for me. It was never about the power. It was for her! And now, without Yuria, the battle between us will never end. Farewell, Kenshiro.
In the not-so-distant future, the world has been scoured by nuclear flame. The seas have dried, the land has split, and all life has been wiped from the barren earth. But the human race lives on!
Is that all? I thought you said they got loads of gasoline here.
Way I heard it, this used to be a factory, so I figure only reason they wouldn't have gas is if some little punks hoard it all.
You never said this place would be such a shithole. Nothing around here but a bunch of old coots and little kids.
Damn it! Where the hell's all the gas?
With all these fine folks here, we'll just pick them off day by day. Eventually somebody's gonna talk.
Oh? Yeah, I like that. I got some rage to work out anyway.
You.
Huh? What the hell you want?
I need to ask you something. Has a woman named Yuria passed through here?
Huh? What the hell's up with this guy?
Look, we don't know anybody like that.
Then we are done talking.
Hey! You don't just walk away from us!
If you don't want to die, walk away.
Boys, let's kill this guy! Die!
It's too late for you. You're already dead.
The hell are you talking about?
What the fuck? No! Help me!
Please. Even one cup. I need some water.
Someone help!
Here you go. My name's Ruka, and this is my grandpa. What's your name, mister?
Kenshiro.
Kenshiro. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you for the water, Ruka. You're a lifesaver.
You're the one that saved our lives, though. Those bad men might have killed us if you didn't beat them up. The water is our way of saying thank you.
This town used to be a major hub for car production. We managed to survive nuclear war, thanks to underground facilities built for storing diesel and gasoline. However, we're currently short on food and drink. Canned goods and water are scarce around here. All of those able to help have gone out in search of more. The only ones left in town are either children or old folks like me. The local thugs probably know this, and that's why they're always here trying to steal our fuel. Those brutes you took out back there were nothing new. That's why we spend most of our time hiding underground.
I see. It explains why the place seems deserted.
Only a few of those that went out for supplies have returned. Ruka's parents left about a year ago and still haven't come back. Once our fuel runs dry, that'll be it for us.
Kenshiro, why did you come here?
I'm looking for someone. My fiancée. She means everything to me. I thought she was dead. But I've heard rumors that someone saved her life. She might still be out there somewhere.
So she's alive?
Maybe. I'm not sure if those rumors are true. They could be about someone completely different. But until I know for sure, I'm not giving up. I will find Yuria. She's all I have left.
Yuria? Grandpa, isn't that...
Your fiancée's name is Yuria?
That's right.
Never thought something like this would happen. Fate can be such a curious thing. Not long ago, a group of travelers came through here, looking for a place to rest. Apparently, the group's leader was in pretty bad shape. Her followers were treating her with the utmost care. They didn't stick around for long. But I do recall the followers referring to their leader as Lady Yuria.
Are you sure?
Yes, there was no mistaking it.
I remember too. I only saw her face for a second, but she was beautiful.
Yuria. Do you know where they went?
They said they were heading to a place called the City of Miracles.
The City of Miracles?
It's just like it sounds. They say it has all the food, water, and fuel anyone could ever want. I heard it's led by someone called the Holy Maiden. She's supposed to grant the wish of anyone who goes there.
Does something like that actually exist?
It's supposedly located far north of here, though I'm not sure if any of it's true. Perhaps it's just a fairy tale, a safe haven dreamed up by those who have grown weary of this harsh reality. I am sure about one thing, though. Those travelers set off for the City of Miracles in hopes of healing their leader.
Thanks for all of your help.
You're going to the City of Miracles, aren't you?
Yes. I have to see if Yuria's really there.
I was right. You practice Hokuto Shinken, don't you? Warriors trained in the ways of Hokuto Shinken. They use pressure points to destroy their enemies from within, using only a single lethal strike. Hokuto Shinken. I imagine that's what you used on those bandits. Am I correct in saying so? That martial art. To think that I would ever be allowed to see it with my own eyes one day. I hear that no matter where it goes, strife will always follow. I will be sure to pray for you.
Wait, Kenshiro.
Ruka. What if I promised to bring you back something? What would you wish for?
What would I... could wish for all the apples that I could possibly ever want.
Well, okay. That's it.